Welcome everybody, this is Jörn from Startuprad.io, once again from Tech Quartier here in lovely Frankfurt, and I do have here one of the co-founders of Accelerator Frankfurt, Maria. She's not only the co-founder here, she's also one of the top influencers in fintech on the DACH region. Everybody who's not from Germany thinks, DACH, what is it? It's Deutschland, Austria, and Switzerland, so meaning the German-speaking region. I assume that also includes Liechtenstein, I assume. Hello and welcome.
Thank you very much, Jan. Very happy to be here. And yes, wonderful to be in Frankfurt.
When I thought about what we talk in this interview, I was actually a little bit curious because you're originally not from Germany, you're from Finland. And together with Ram, you opened here Accelerator Frankfurt. And I do believe when you've grown up, you didn't go ahead and think, okay, one day I'm going to do an accelerator program in Frankfurt. How did you actually end up here?
Yes, it's a very good question. And no, I don't think it was my dream. I probably wanted to be a doctor or a brain surgeon or some kind of interesting thing. Yes, so actually how did it come about? I started my career, I think you could imagine, a bit to do with Finland. So I was actually an engineer in forestry and ended up working for a big American company. And after, I think I came to Germany first time 2004 and I liked it. I made a lot of friends and I enjoy the organized lifestyle here in Germany. Everything works. 2009 I was sent to China by my employee at the time. And at that time also, you know, I come from Finland. Everybody knew Nokia. It used to be a very great company, and I think at least the older ones still remember it used to have great mobile phones. But 2009, Nokia was starting to, you know, not go so well. Many of my friends who worked for the company left the company and started their own. And of course, when you start a company, you need money, and you need a market somewhere to sell your product. And since I was based in China, I was helping my friends to you know, on the side of my job to get financing, and also to find clients for their products. And I realized that this is just really something that was much more fun, unfortunately, than working for a big corporate. And 2011, the opportunity came that I could, you know, start doing my own thing. So I set up my own consulting company. At the time, I already knew Ram since we met in China. And I had, you could say, gone into his territory a bit and started helping also Israeli companies to set up businesses in China. And I'm interested in investing, so I am also a business angel, part of the FIBAN, Finnish Business Angels Network, and also the one here in Frankfurt. And really found that my passion was actually in helping startups. You know, I couldn't really contribute that much to big corporates. You can't really, unfortunately, change things very fast in them. So the idea came to work really closely with startups, and so we were doing it from Hong Kong, to helping the Chinese investors finding startups. 2012, it became quite obvious that they didn't need Westerners to help them anymore. So we were looking for a new base, and voila, Frankfurt was one of our top choices. We were looking at elsewhere. So we went to Amsterdam, we went to, we looked at London, we looked at Tel Aviv, we looked at Helsinki, at Stockholm. But to be honest, when you travel a lot, the infrastructure is also very important. So what we decided that let's pick Frankfurt. I know people there. It's actually interesting market to be in. It was very young at that time, and but since I'm INSEAD graduates we found our blue ocean. And I think it was the right decision to do. And clearly when you're in Frankfurt, you need to work with fintechs and B2B, and that's actually something that I feel very close to, since I've been working with sales a long time. So that was how a Finn ended up in Frankfurt and set up a Accelerator Frankfurt program.
Well, and now the Finn does tech, so to say, fintech. But it's not the only area you are interested in here at Accelerator Frankfurt. I mean, we talked to a lot of fintech and cybersecurity startups already in your program, and there are also sports startups. What are you actually looking for? What kind of startups can come here? Because I realized many international startups use it actually, your 3-month program, as a type of trial for the German markets, and then they set up base here maybe only for Germany, maybe for all of the European Union, because it's very convenient located just in the middle of everything.
Absolutely. I think, you could say with one word that what we are is actually a go-to-market program. So that is our main focus. We look at companies that already have traction, who already have a product, who have already got their first financing, so they can afford to expand. And the main focus, I would say, it has to be normally B2B. It has to be a software company. And of course, there is always an exception. So normally we take one or two companies that are not in B2B and are not, so to say, like hardcore tech companies. What we mean, yes, we're fintech, but for us, it's not only fintech in a traditional way, payments and these kind of things. We think about how can we serve the finance industry. And of course, the banks and insurance companies, they also need cybersecurity solutions. They need red tech. They need these kind of things. So that's how we actually choose the companies. So once they have a product that we think fits to the banks, because that's what we do actually, that we call it like a shopping list, you could say, from the banks, and we try to match that with the startups that they bring into the program. Because for us, it's important that the startups, there is someone who wants to buy their product, and this is in one way to ensure it. And then in the end, it's all about people. So we try to choose entrepreneurs that we think have what it takes, to make it, because it's very hard to be an entrepreneur. And it requires a lot of work, and you need to have the right kind of personality and mentality to really do that. And to work with Germans, it requires also certain qualifications, patience and other things that we don't always have as startup entrepreneurs.
Yes, it requires definitely a lot of patience. So we talked already about how you came here and what you're doing here. And now let's talk a little bit about the application process for the Accelerator Frankfurt, because many people will notice when we put this online. Down here in the show notes, wherever you're seeing this, there is actually the link for the application forms. And what kind of startups are you looking for? And we talked about it around Easter. For everybody who's not from Germany, Easter here is like April 1st, 2nd, around this, the public holidays here. Around this time, your program will start. So there's the big advantages. You're a little bit smaller accelerator program, so you're a little bit more flexible. What kind of startups you're looking for, and what should they bring to the program, and what actually can you give to them?
Yes. So what we're looking for is normally we take 5 to 6 startups to join the program. What they need to have, it has to be a B2B. So let's say we always look at the exceptions, but normally it has to be B2B. It should be software. You should already have a product. So we don't take IDFAs or MVP companies. They need to have a product already. And you need to have track record in your own country. Or if you're German, you need to have track record in a certain field. So these, I think, are the first requirements. Since it is a go-to-market program, you don't need to actually physically relocate to Germany. You need to just have enough time that you can spend 3 to 4 days a month, because you need to be present if you want to meet the clients, if you want to really, make an impact with the German corporate life. They need to see you. So I would say that's the main thing for the application process. So yes, people are already applying, so we don't have any strict application times. But normally I would say by end of February, early March, we probably have the amount of startups that we need for the next program. But in case you don't get chosen, you always put in a place in the queue for the next program. And what we always do, we always provide feedback. So if you are, it's always good to apply. We always give feedback, and you will give our insight. Maybe you would or would not fit into our program.
And I would assume your feedback is pretty detailed. It's not, oh, it was just horrible.
Yes, I think we believe in giving constructive feedback. So we always say why we don't think that the company fits into a program. It might be that they're too early. There might be that they are maybe in a certain industry where we don't think we can add value. Because of course for us it's very important we can add value. And how do we add value is that we have our network, and our goal is always to get that company new clients, POCs or pilots with the banks or insurance companies or other industries here in the Hessen region. And secondly, if you're looking for an investment. So that's, of course, we can help with our network. So you need to have a need to use our services, so to say.
Well, there was a lot of information to digest. I would like to thank you very much for this interview, and I really hope you're coming back and we talk with the other startups towards the end of your program again here at TechQuartier.
Thank you very much. It was really a pleasure. So don't hesitate. If you're interested in the program, you can go to our website, www.acceleratorfrankfurt.com, and press the button where it says apply now. I think even if you don't are sure if you want to apply, you don't have to come in to the program. But I think it gives you good advice of what kind of things you should be thinking about if you think you're ready to get into the German market. Thank you very much.
Thank you.